Hello, today we're going to take a look at scanning a highly reflective object with the Metron E3 scanning system. So reflective objects and 3D scanners have always had a problem with one another, mainly due to the fact that a 3D scanner generally uses light or a laser in order to capture the geometry of the object. So with the Metron E, we're going to show you a process that's relatively straightforward and simple to accomplish in order to capture this part without having to use any sort of a developer spray or anything like that. So the first thing you'll notice is we're doing this on a manual rotary stage, and we have a lot of photogrammetry markers on this rotary stage. So we're using just basic settings with the scanner of capturing this object at an exposure time of about 16 milliseconds. And we're using a marker-based alignment to align our objects to one another. So instead of using the geometry of the scan data, we're using all of the dots that are on our Lazy Susan in order to align one scan to the next. So we're simply just moving around our part relatively quickly, capturing all the geometry that we find needed for this particular scan that we're doing, and then we're going to simply get rid of the rotary stage simply by highlighting that geometry and deleting it from the scan file. So once we've gotten rid of all of the rotary table information, we can simply move on to capturing this object from a different position just to get a little bit more information in some of the corners and the areas that we were not previously capturing just due to the reflective nature of this part. So we're going to go through and do another 3D scan, capture all that geometry, and then once we feel comfortable with the information that we've captured, we'll go ahead and repeat the process of deleting the Lazy Susan out of the scan, and then aligning the two parts together and combining them and finalizing them into one solid 3D scan. Alright, so now we're just going to delete that rotary stage out of the way, and then we'll grab the scans that we took, go ahead and combine those into our other scan files that we previously took on this object. And the alignment process inside of FlexScan is very simple. Basically, we just take the two parts, we get them relatively close together, which it's a little small here on screen, but you can see we're just moving those parts into the general space of where the two objects are relatively aligned. And then we'll press our mesh geometry alignment tool, and it'll go ahead and align all that information together for us. And from here we can go ahead and simply combine and finalize all of this information into one full 3D scan. All right, and there you have it. That's the basics of scanning a really reflective surface with the Metron E 3D scanner. You can see our part here on screen. We were able to very quickly and easily turn a difficult to scan object into a 3D scan model in just a short amount of time. So if you have any further questions, feel free to let us know, and we would be happy to talk to you about those.